This is vocalist, keyboardist, and producer Wade C. Long, and you are listening to Lady Diva Live Radio. And now, your hostess with the mostest, the lovely Brenda Moss, aka Lady Diva.
Well, that is Deep Breath, everyone. Deep Breath. And Deep Breath is by Fifth and York from one of their albums. I have one of the group members on my show tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Phone lines are open right now. I have with me Derwin Friday. Mr. D. Friday, welcome to my show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yes, let's talk about Deep Breath, which I do love that track there. Which album is that track is on?
Oh man, that is from the Nascentum album from Fifth and York. I executively produced that one in 2009, I believe, is when we first put that project together. That's the first of three projects that Fifth and York put together.
Yes, and thank you for that information. Wow. So as I would like to ask you, where are you calling from? Can you announce that, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte?
QC, Queen City, yes.
All right, fans out there, I got a star on the show. He is the co-founder and the lead of Fifth and York. And Fifth and York, You guys are so good, so good. I've
Thank
been
you.
wanting to
Thank
try to
you.
race to get y'all while y'all performing live at a venue or at an event. I never got to make it to one, but I do love the
Okay.
music and the albums y'all have put out. I'm a fan for real. I'm stuck like Chuck
Oh,
on
well,
you
thank you.
guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad the music has that effect on some folks. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. That's the biggest compliment that anybody can give you is that
Yeah,
you enjoy the
yeah,
music, you enjoyed all the hours of work that we put into making something and putting it on wax and expression of ourselves and those kind of things. I really appreciate when people let us know that they enjoy it. So thank you.
yes. Yes, and thank you. Thank you. Now, with me, I have D. Friday. He's a national recording artist, saxophonist, and songwriter. And he's not just a national recording artist, he is a businessman. Yes, he is. And and anything else you would like to mention, you would like to introduce yourself to the curious listeners out there about you?
Well, sure. I can tell you a little bit about myself. I'll give you my elevator pitch. My name is D. Friday. I'm a saxophone player. I am the owner of Fifth and York, as well as a production company and record label called Baby Brothers Entertainment. We have a couple artists under our stable right now that we're currently producing, some music projects that should be out sometime later this year or the first of next year. Enjoy playing, enjoy entertaining, love being a musician and just kind of interacting with people. That's kind of my secret love affair with the stage started when I was probably about 12 years old. And, of course, coming up in church and, like everybody's story, you come up in church playing instruments and then eventually you kind of get that taste for doing things on the stage and you take, whatever you've learned growing up and apply it to the stage. And it's just been a lifelong passion, expression of kind of your inner thoughts, inner feelings, and those kind of things through music is probably one of my biggest. I think it's my best attribute is being able to connect with an audience and connect with people through music. So love it.
Well, I am so glad I got to meet you. I've been trying to get Fifth and York on my platform for several years, and lucky me, I got the co-founder on my show, so I'm flattered.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Fifth and York has been I can't tell you how long we started Fifth and York officially probably in 2007, unofficially, officially, and we worked and did shows and kind of worked our way up through the various kind of, people, I don't know if people still say the word Chitlin circuit, but just doing various shows and festivals, wherever anybody would let us play. And then we finally kind of got enough organization together and momentum behind us to release that project in 2009. And that went well. And so we were like, let's do it again. So we released another project called All In a few years later. And then the most recent project that we did is a live album. That is a culmination of all of our original material. And that one is we'll probably release that one. We didn't release that one nationally. We kept that one kind of as an exclusive, but we'll probably re-release that sometime coming up. That'll probably be the next step. But Fifth and York has been a wonderful experience. Some of my best friends are in that band. Still talk to, hang out with, and love those guys. Even though we've, how things happen. Everybody kind of finds their own niche after a few years of trying to keep a band together first. We're still all very good friends, and we still all get together and do things. So, Fifth and York is very much alive. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for that information, that introduction by D. Friday. Now, young minds want to know, was the saxophone the only instrument that you played since you was a kid?
So, no, actually, I played A whole bunch of stuff. So I started out on drums, just like everybody else probably did, and took piano lessons. My mom, me and my mom had an affinity for music. That's probably where I get my affinity for music is my mom. My father is an amazing vocalist, but it was just something he could do. He really wasn't into it like that. He liked music, but it wasn't his thing. My mom, however, she really wanted to be a pianist and an organist, and you know, being from the South, and you know, everybody is deeply rooted in church organizations and those kind of things, and so we would take piano lessons together. We took piano lessons together when I was probably like 10. I can remember we would go to one of the ladies' houses that was a music teacher. We paid for, you know, private piano lessons together, and it was something that we really, really liked to do together, and we've always enjoyed music. So that's kind of how I got started, playing piano and drums, and I eventually moved to the saxophone. I actually wanted to be a guitar player. That was really what I was really drawn towards. I really wanted to be a guitar player, and I was not good at it. I will be the first to tell you. I'm still not good at it. I can play a few chords, but it's not my thing. So saxophone had a natural draw. And that's what I tell, you know, people, kids that, you know, parents of children that are trying to get into music or whatever. And I'm like, let them try a whole bunch of different stuff. And one thing will stick, maybe two things will stick, and in some cases, everything will stick. It just depends. But, you got, especially nowadays, children seem to learn at such a faster rate and have such a crazy affinity for anything. It's that TikTok, YouTube generation. It feels like they're coming out of the womb, playing like professional. It's crazy now, the kids that I've met and some of the kids that I've seen. And I call them kids now, but, you know, they're 20 years old sounding like they've been playing for 50, 60 years. And I'm just like, what are you? What planet are you from? It took me all my life to get to where you are right now, and you're half my age. What is happening?
I know,
but it's crazy out there right now. But that's how I got started. Was, you know, hanging out with my mom and taking piano lessons, and you know, we eventually started playing out. And then I got old enough to where people could sneak me into clubs and bars and play. I picked up saxophone and started playing saxophone here and there in little bars and clubs and venues. And like I said, I fell in love with the expression part of it, the stage part, the performance part. That was my big thing. So, and still is.
All right, that's great. You still have a passion in the music.
Oh yeah.
So as we move along, we're gonna talk about Dirty Mind. What's up with the Dirty Mind thing? Good Lord. And you got some cologne called Dirty Mind. So you're going to have to do some talking. And what's the story behind the music on the track Dirty Mind before I spin it?
So that was last year. I finally decided to take the leap and do a solo project and record some music, record some songs. And recorded a few tracks. And was going to put them out as an EP, and we decided that the first one that I would introduce to people would be Dirty Mind. I chose that track specifically because I felt like it was the one that was probably going to have the most appeal. I liked the track. I felt like it was a strong track that had a fairly wide, audience appeal. Number one. Number two, I liked it because it was a little saucy. I liked the name of it. I kind of like to stir the pot from time to time. Let's be honest. But when I wrote that track, I wrote that track from a place of, I wanted something to be seductive but not outwardly dirty, if that makes sense. I was writing the track, I was writing that track to be not overtly sexual, but at the same time I wanted to be pretty blunt about about kind of where that track was coming from. So that's kind of and of course, growing up listening to Prince and being one of my major influences in music was Prince. And so if you remember, he had an album called Dirty Mind. And so it was kind of both an homage to one of my musical heroes, and like I said, it's kind of once you hear the track, you'll be like, oh, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, me and my girlfriends were like, ooh, wee, I like that. Yeah, I say, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right, cool.
So, where can they get a sample or purchase Dirty Mind cologne?
So right now, specifically on my website, if you go to dfridaymusic.com, I have a section on my page where you can find the cologne. So the cologne was an interesting story. We I have a friend of mine. I have a lot of friends in Charlotte, and it just, you meet people and you network with people. And I have a really good friend of mine that he does all of my squares, my pocket squares, because I wear suits a lot. So he started a brand doing pocket squares, and we had been going back and forth, and I became an ambassador for his brand, and it's a all handmade, very nicely done pocket square situation. Man. So we were kind of talking one day. And he had been, kind of flirting with the whole making perfume for women thing, and he had done a couple men's colognes, and I was like, I have an idea, and it's going to sound crazy, but what about a cologne called Dirty Mind? Because that was the name of the single that was coming out. And so for me, the Dirty Mind scent had to be something seductive, something grown, something nice that kind of felt it fell in with the music.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, and a lot of people don't realize this or know this, but little known fact, your olfactory senses, your sense of smell, is directly correlated with your memories closer than anything else.
That is true. I've heard that.
It is. So the scent is kind of the first thing that you remember anytime you have a deep ingrained memory. So I was like, what better way to make people think about or remember music or an experience or a person or whatever than have a scent associated with it. So Dirty Mind, the cologne came out. It started as kind of a joke. But once we kind of started thinking about it, we were like, no, we should do this. So we were in the lab, and he showed me I know way too much about how to make colognes now. So we tested samples, and we did the whole, you like this, you like that, a little more of this, a little bit of that. And the mixing situation it's a lot like cooking. You kind of got to find the right ingredients to put in, and the ratios of the ingredients that you want to put in and all that stuff. And we tried a few recipes, and we finally came across one that I really liked, and I was like, this is it, let's package it. So Dirty Mind, the cologne. And it really is like, it's not a gimmick. Like, I guarantee you, if you purchase it, you buy it for whomever, once you smell it, you'd be like, this is well worth the purchase.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you for that information. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. So when this track was first released, when it just came out?
This came out last year. So we did this, we released it nationally in the fall of last year.
Okay.
Just to kind of get things rolling. Because I really wanted to be able to build a strong identity apart from Fifth and York before I did a whole lot of stuff. Because I've been the Fifth and York guy for, almost 13 years.
Yeah.
So building, right now we're in the process of kind of doing things like this, and thank you for giving me the platform and to talk to people and let them know that I am, also doing something solo, because, I put a lot of time and energy into building the brand of Fifth and York, and so I'm kind of doing that process again with building my own brand at this point. So that's kind of why I'm releasing tracks kind of here and there, and just trying to time it the right way and make sure that I have the resources in place and all the things that I know, because I learned a lot, because I started when I first started the first album from Fifth and York. I was in my early 20s when we did that, and mid 20s when we did that, and I learned so much of what not to do. I don't want to make those mistakes again. By the second album, I had a little bit better of an idea, but I kind of made a mess of some of that too. And then, so here I am getting another chance to do, some national product, and I want to do it the right way. So just taking our time, doing it right, making sure we got everything in place, and my team is helping me out and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Well, that's becoming a successful businessman, Mr. D. Friday. So what we're going to do is you are doing a very good job. We're going to go ahead and spin Dirty Mind. You stay in that hot seat, D. Friday. We'll be right back.
Yes,
ma'am. Phone lines are still open, everyone. Call in. Dirty Mind by artist Derwin Friday. Yes, so D Friday, give us some input, some information. We need your website information, your social media information. Please inform us how many Facebook pages you have, and go right ahead with that first.
So my website is dfridaymusic.com, so you can find me there. That's D and then Friday like the day and music, dfridaymusic.com. That's where you'll find all of my dates and all of my performance dates and anything I got going on. There's also a link there for the cologne if you would like to purchase some of that. As far as Facebook pages, you can find me under my name, Derwin Friday. As a sax player, I do have a page there on Facebook that's strictly for music and all that stuff, so I can kind of keep people up to date. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram under D Friday on sax. So D_Friday_on_sax. And you can find me all those places. And all my links are, of course, on my website as well if you want to follow me there. I do post pretty frequently on my Instagram page. That's probably where I'm most active, to be honest with you. Everything else just becomes a little too cumbersome for me to keep up with.
Yeah.
I have way too many others, so I just kind of use Instagram as my main social media because it's kind of quick and easy, and sometimes Twitter. But yeah, that's where you can find me, and I'd really like to hear from everybody, and please join me on this journey.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. And what is that ultimate desire, D Friday, what you want all the fans to get out of Dirty Mind and any of your music?
Yeah, to be honest, I just want you to like it enough to come back and see what's next. That's really what it boils down to. I like to offer people a quality, because our society is such an interesting place right now, where it's kind of, you got 20 seconds to keep somebody's attention, if that, and so my main goal at this point is just to, give people something. If they're going to spend 3 minutes of their time listening to a track of mine, I want them to enjoy all 3 minutes or 4 minutes of it, and I want them to come back and spend another 4 minutes with me later, and eventually to maybe even come spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with me at a show. That's really kind of what it boils down to ultimately, is just to make sure that if people are going to spend their time hanging out with me or consuming something that I've produced, I want to try to make it as good as I can, while still being true to who I am as an artist and a musician. So.
Oh, wow. I'm in love already. And that was before I even had you on the show. So thank you for that information.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I would love to come and see you guys perform live on stage. That's my dream, to come and see you guys play. So if I holler, here's Brenda, Lady Diva. So here I am.
That's what's up. I got you. I'll be looking for you.
Yeah. So that's my dream, to come and see y'all perform live. And is there any future music projects coming up that you would like to inform us on, including your solo, any new solo music coming from you and also from Fifth and York? Are they coming back?
Yeah, there's stuff kind of in the process of being done. There is life happens, and it's very interesting. There's people kind of it was a lot. I would say as you get older, life gets a little more complicated, and things happen, and schedules get crazy, and people take on additional projects, and things kind of get in the way of the creative process at times. But yeah, as far as Fifth and York goes, yes, there is some plans in the works to get back together and do some additional content. Like I said, we'll probably be releasing that live album nationally. The goal is to add at least one new track to that album before we release it nationally, one studio track that's already been written, and we just got to kind of get it nailed down, get the details down on that one. So we will be releasing that one. I can't say when yet, but that is in the works. And as far as my solo stuff, I've got quite a bit of material already recorded that just needs to get put out there. But like I said, I'm taking it slow. We're kind of making sure we do it the right way, making sure that it has the best opportunity and chance to make the most impact when we put it out there. Because making a project and putting songs together and writing music and doing all the things is a time-intense and labor-intensive thing. So you want to take your time and cook it up right, and make sure that when you serve gumbo, you serve good gumbo. You're not just throwing something on the plate.
Right, right.
Because it just, it's such a, you really only get one shot to make that first impression. And, you know, it's, in the words of Outkast, you're only funky as your last cut. So, you know, you gotta make sure you're doing all the right things. And like I said, we're just trying to take our time, do it right, and make sure we give our music the best chance to make the most impact.
All right. Thank you for that information. So, are you going to be doing any events or any performances? Yes.
That's probably. Oh yeah, that's probably one of the most time-consuming aspects of being an artist is getting ready for it and doing the next live show. And doing live shows takes up a lot of time. It kind of takes you away from the studio. You almost have to take a break from doing live shows in order to really get all the studio stuff done and do it the right way without rushing it. But currently right now we're the house band at the Ritz-Carlton in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you're coming through, come by the Ritz-Carlton on Saturday night. So you'll 9 out of 10 see myself there with the Fifth and York Trio. I have a plethora of solo shows that I'm doing around Charlotte right now. Doing a lot of live promotional and track shows and things like that around Charlotte right now in various venues. I'm also we just inked a deal to do a concert series in a new venue in Charlotte that I'll probably be throwing out there on Instagram a little bit later this week. What else we got going on? Yeah, there's always something going on. We stay pretty busy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. That sounds exciting. Wish I could come out there and catch you, man. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, anyway. Maybe one day I'll get lucky. I'll be running to the venue to see you.
Well, hopefully we'll be in Indiana soon. So we're trying
to,
like I said,
Lord,
we're taking opportunities as they come to go and get off of the East Coast even and do some stuff out west. But whatever opportunities come up, if it's a good opportunity, then that'd be great. Recently we just opened up for Kenny Lattimore. What else is happening? We just have there's so many things going on at one time simultaneously. It's kind of like when it rains, it pours kind of a situation.
Yeah.
So that's just where we are, and we're taking the blessings as they come and trying to drink coffee and stay awake through the rest of them and all that good stuff. So.
Right. Well, you're doing a very good job by keeping it moving and staying persistent. I'm calling from Evansville, Indiana. And we're good at loving the jazz throughout Evansville. It's a lot of jazz, smooth jazz, and R&B here in this town. And of course, we have a little bit of hip hop, but mostly the high percentage is on the jazz. So that'd be amazing if you could come down here. Woo wee! Yes.
If the opportunity presents itself, we'll be on the next flight.
Oh man, if you come down here, you're gonna have to come up with 2 shows, one early part of the day and one in the evening. That's how it's gonna happen down here in Evansville. Yes. But anyway, thank you for that information on those upcoming events. I'll be looking for your postings on your IG and Facebook on all those events. And you're welcome right now to give a shout out to all those lovely people that has been supporting you throughout your music career.
Absolutely.
And with Fifth and York. So go right ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to everyone that's listened to both my project and the Fifth and York projects. I really appreciate all the support, especially throughout the years. You guys have made the difference in a lot of ways, and you don't even know it. Definitely give a shout out to JSW Media, my promotion and PR company that is working with me so diligently to help me get things done. And like I said, we will continue to press forward and make good music. As long as you guys are digging us, we'll keep putting stuff out there for you to listen to, and come hang out with us sometime.
All right, and I'm right in there. I'm gonna give you a applause. Yeah. Keep it moving.
Absolutely.
So, I have other songs to spin at the end of the show, and I'm gonna play Dirty Mind again. They loving Dirty Mind.
Nice. Okay.
So,
okay.
I'm gonna spin through the night and first date.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
through the
good
night.
song. Yeah, good song.
And first date. And any words of encouragement you would like to give to those that's trying to reach the spot in the music industry, in the entertainment industry? Any words you would like to give at this time before we sign out?
Sure. Be true to yourself. Be an artist and be true to yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing is not going to work, or nobody's going to listen to it, or you don't have the right sound or anything like that, because it's about finding your audience, and somewhere you will connect with somebody that enjoys what you're doing and that understands the hard work and the effort that you're putting into it. You know, if you're trying to be the best that you can be and you're doing all the things that you can do to make the best product possible that you can put out there, then do you. Stay true to you. And eventually you'll find your audience, or your audience will find you. So just keep working at it. That's really all it comes down to. Keep working at it.
Yes. Well, thank you for those encouraging words. Thank you. Much needed. Yeah. Much appreciated. Thank you. Absolutely. And D Friday, I want to thank you for taking out your time to participate on my platform, and you are welcome to come back. I hope you do. And
Absolutely. Absolutely. You let me know when. You say the word.
Yes, for sure. And you have a blessed holiday weekend, Memorial Day coming up, and keep us updated on those upcoming events and new music projects. I'd like to ask you, where is this single playing online at? Where is it streaming online?
Anywhere you can find music, in every platform. So iTunes, Spotify, you name it, is out there. So anywhere you can find music, you can find it. I also have a YouTube channel. So if you want to look it up on there, you can find it on YouTube. But yeah, pretty much anywhere you can find music at this point.
And thank you so much for all the information you've given. That Cologne Dirty Mind, I got to take a sniff of that one. So
yeah, you got to get it. Yeah,
I got to
absolutely,
take a sniff
absolutely.
of that. Wow, thank you
I
for all the
I promise you won't be disappointed.
Oh wow, you make me want to go get it now. So thank you, D Friday, everyone, Derwin Friday, absolutely. And check out his music,
thank you for having
Dirty
me.
Mind. Check out the group, his group, Fifth and York, and check him on all social media. And thank you so much again, as I say, Mr. D Friday, thank you, and come back. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And if anyone had missed this show will be found streaming on all major streams online everywhere. I have more shows coming up this month, so stay tuned on my platform, everyone. Thank you all for my supporters. I love you guys for tuning in. This is Lady Diva signing out for Lady Diva Live Radio. Thank you, Derwin Friday, and have a good night.
Thank you for having me. God bless. You too.
carries on about the love that we just made to our favorite love song. Your silhouette, gently as you sleep. In my mind, I can't believe that you're lying next to me. Still, I yearn to touch you once again. This love is one enchanted tale I hope will never end. It's intense as I reminisce about the way you touch me, tease me, please me as your body lays beneath me. I really, really, really wanna see you. Baby, take my hand. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come here, I need you next to me, dear. I wanna feel you in my arms and softly in your ear. And all day long, my daydreams dwell on you. Your silky skin, your sun-kissed lips, the sexy way you move. Satisfy, there's nothing I won't do. You are my favorite fantasy. I just wanna please you. Candlelight, soft music and the wine. I'm giving you the best of me, whatever your pleasure may be, baby. Oh, I really, really, really wanna see you. Your body's calling. Oh yeah, oh yeah.